Welcome, everybody, to my YouTube channel. Today, we got amazing training for you guys. I haven't done a live training in a while, and it's incognito, which means that we put this training together. We didn't release it out much marketing, and we didn't really promote it because we want to make sure that we provide value to you guys. Bear with me today. I'm getting over another cold. I've been really feeling under the weather, so if you hear my voice sounding raspy, don't you worry, we're going to translate this so you can fully understand it. Like I said, who is this training for? This training is for anybody and everybody who's interested in real estate, virtual wholesaling. As the market changes, as things changes, as strategy changes, we love to come back and give you what we learn and what we update. In fact, we'll be producing a new show, well, not the same exact show, but a new update to it called Starting Over, where I will be focusing solely on using Facebook ads to get leads and then calling. So what I'm going to be doing is just calling the leads, recording it, showing you how I'm dealing with sellers, showing you how to write offers, all of that. I feel like a lot of people gotten away from that style of teaching, and they just showing you the flash, they showing you the hoods, they showing you the checks, but they're not showing you what it takes to get to that. And that's exactly what we're going to do. But in today's training, expect to learn a lot, expect to get some strategies, and expect to get a framework for your business where you can take your business to the next level. And the only way to do that is to actually get updated information and implement it as soon as you learn. So I'm going to be presenting slides. So the team will be putting up the slides. We're using a brand new software. This is the first time we ever use it. So if we have any glitches or any technicalities, please forgive us, because we're just trying to produce better content and put it in a situation where it's great for you. Also, if you want a free strategy call, head over to www.co929.com and claim your free strategy call, so you can start making money in real estate investing ASAP. So, welcome to the Real Estate Virtual Wholesaling. I am Antoine Campbell. If you don't know me, I'm an entrepreneur from Washington, D.C. I've been doing virtual wholesaling since late 2017, early 2018. Built a team of VAs, created a VA company, created a consulting and training business to help people like you. Why do we do that? Because it's the right thing to do. You want to reach down and pull the next man up. We've been doing that successfully since 2018, 2019, creating meetups, created activities like jet skiing and going to bowling league and all that stuff. We did all of that. And we helped so many people along the way. And like I said, we serve people because that's the right thing to do. So today you're going to learn a whole lot. So let's move on to the next slide so I can show you exactly what's going on. But we're going to be talking about getting started in virtual wholesaling. So this is for people who haven't uh, done their first deal, right? Let's talk about the type of money you can make, as a virtual wholesaler. So a beginner wholesaler, you're probably doing 0 to 1 deals a month. Let's try to stay on the one deal side consistently. That comes out to be 12 deals a year. Your average profit, realistically, profit means money you put in your pocket after all expenses are paid, right? So after your software, after your VA salaries, after your PPC bill, your credit card statements, whatever that is, that's the money that you're putting in your pocket after all that's paid for. So it's usually between 3 and 12. Now, a lot of people sit there in front of you and say, hey, you can make 40,000 a deal. Listen, there's a time and place for that, but I'm just being realistic with you guys. And like I said, your average profit per deal is $3,000 to $12,000. Many beginners may find that they're only able to close one deal a month, or they may go months without closing a deal as they navigate through the learning curve. So, an intermediate wholesaler, this is a person with a little more experience. They got a growing network. They're in a Facebook group. They commenting on posts. They giving little souls. They got a few little systems. They might got a small little podium build out. They buy skip tracing every month consistently. They follow up with their leads consistently. They went out of town to a guru seminar to learn how to close deals. They do about 2 deals a month. Average profit about, between 5 to 12,000. Their monthly entire profit for their operations between $10,000 and $24,000 a month that they're bringing home and putting in their pocket. And like I said, they are growing their network. They see frequently profitability of their deals. They're doing deals consistently every month. They have relationships with the people at the title company. People starting to know them on a first name basis. Relatives are starting to take them serious. Hard money lenders are starting to take them serious. Cash buyers are taking them serious because they're actually doing the business consistently. And then experienced wholesalers, people like myself, other people, people that's doing between about 3 to 5 deals a month, 3 to 5 deals a month. At 3 to 5 deals a month, that's between 30 and 55, 60 deals a year. The average monthly profit is about between 18 and 50,000. Now, some people may say, yeah, there's people out here doing $250,000 a month, but realistically and historically, it's about 18 to 50,000 a month. They're a seasoned wholesaler with a solid system, tools, and a wide network that they can potentially close multiple deals a month with more profit per deal because they have more exit strategies. They understand wholesaling and they understand innovations. They understand subject to they understand a lot of different exit strategies, so they're able to increase that profit per deal. So that's the people that's being consistent, that's in a $20,000 a year mastermind, that's spending like, $2 to $5,000 a month just in marketing because they're all in on their business. And they're the ones that's flying their sales teams out to some of the best sales trainers in the world to help them close more deals frequently and consistently. So let's talk about picking a virtual market for your real estate business. That's where a lot of people get confused, right? We're going to talk about how to pick a market for your real estate investing business, right? What are some criteria for your virtual market? You don't want to just jump in something head first, thinking you're going to just make money without setting some standards, some guidelines, and some criteria in the way you do and operate your business, right? So with virtual wholesaling, you don't need to be close to the market you want to target. You could just pick a virtual market like me. Like if based in Maryland, I do deals Pennsylvania, Georgia, Florida. So I don't have to physically be there. I don't have to get in my car and go to the appointment. So that's the most important thing. But what you want to do is do some research. You want to research cities within the state by the population, starting from the highest to the lowest, right? And then here's something that most people are not teaching you guys. You want to look up the estimated driving time from each city to the big city. Typically, you want to focus on cities, smaller cities with populations between 15,000 and 100,000. That's no more than an hour drive from the next big city, right? So let me show you what I mean by example. So here's a list of examples. We're going to focus on Georgia, right? Here's an example of cities in the state of Georgia by population. So you have Atlanta, which is obviously the epic center of Atlanta. Georgia. I think Georgia is the state capital of Atlanta. Hey, don't shoot me. Don't get mad at me. I think it is. I could be wrong. Don't know. You have Augusta and Richmond County, Columbus, Macon, Bibb County. Why we're breaking it down by the county? Because it's important to understand what counties these cities in for verification reasons and for picking other cities as well, right? Sometimes you may just want to go city Pacific, or sometimes you want to broaden it up and go county Pacific, especially if it's real rural. And so let me show you what I mean. So if you look at if you look on here based on what I taught you guys and what I showed you, out the gate from the state of Georgia, what would be some perfect cities that you can focus on? Um, so making uh, investors in Atlanta will probably do deals in Macon because it's an hour and a 20-minute drive. It's a small little stretch, but Macon is very affordable. It's very sufficient. It's down there close to Warner Robins, which is by a bunch of military bases. It's a cash flowing town where you buy rental property. So when you understand and know that, then you know that, hey, I'm gonna put this on my map and try to start up operations down there. Then you look at stuff like Alpharetta to Albany, 3 hours and 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be focused on Albany if the next major city is 3 hours and 15 minutes. But what if you look at Roswell to Johns Creek? That may be a slam dunk. You got to look more into it, but it's basically 20 minutes from there. So when you're looking at your top investors that's based on these bigger cities, will they go outside to these smaller cities to do deals? So I'm kind of teaching you guys how to work backwards by understanding the disposition side of things and understanding what people, how far people want to go and where the buyers actually operating at and how far will they go to do more deals. So that way you can have a full clear picture before you spend any money on skip tracing, cold calling, softwares, anything. You want to have this stuff smoothed out. So let's talk about the softwares. There's a new software born every single day, but I'm gonna give you what you need as a virtual wholesaler. You simply need a few things: a laptop, like I'm on right now, a mobile phone, a dialer, some type of CRM, customer relation management software. We prefer for you guys to use Prospect Vault, an SMS marketing platform. We prefer for you to use Prospect Vault. What I recommend is if you can keep stuff in one platform as much as possible, it'd be easier for operation. So you won't be all over the place. PropStream as your data provider. So if you don't have PropStream, click the link below and we'll hook you up with a 7-day free trial to just test it out to see if you like it. And we're working on updating our masterclass for PropStream so that way you can know how to really get the best leads possible and good quality leads. We still provide leads over at CEO929.com. If you don't see that, just message us on the message board and we will get to you. Let's talk about virtual assistants for virtual wholesaling. So the VAs can help you with a plethora of things, but most importantly, they can help you with cold calling, lead generation, SMS marketing, calendar management. They can help you as an admin, office assistant, social media, customer service. They're really great and versatile. So you definitely can really use the VAs to run your operations. Um, so a cold calling VA, they can get you probably 300 to 500 calls a day full time. An SMS marketing VA can probably text 300 to 500 people comfortably and respond back to them and engage in conversations. See, it's one thing to text 500 people. It's another thing to respond promptly and be able to have a quality conversation where you're actually creating an engaging and intriguing conversation and extracting information from them and creating leads out of it. Market research, uh, finding cash buyers. So, you can have a VA 2 hours they're cold calling, another hour they're going through looking at cash buyers who currently have flips for sale. Wouldn't it be great to be talking to somebody right now in today's market who has a flip on the market and may be interested and open to another flip after they sell that one? Calendar management. We get a lot of clients who works a great quality daytime job and they got a really tight window of where they can actually do their acquisition calls, their sales calls, their follow-up calls. So the VA can look at your calendar based on today and say, hey, my acquisition guy can give you a call today between 5 and 6. What time works best for you exactly? 5:45. Okay, great. I'm gonna put you down for 5:45, and I'm gonna text you at 5:40 to make sure there's nothing in the way of you not receiving that call. Acquisition management. This is some high level stuff. I don't like it when we get brand new clients or brand new people who never done a deal before wanting to have a VA do the acquisition because now you don't know how to train and coach them, especially if you're not getting the training through us. So you yourself should be going through acquisition. And if you want to get a VA to help you, that's perfectly okay, but you need to learn it so you can coach with them. And then dispositions and transaction coordinates. That's a great thing. We had trainings for that, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's talk about the salaries, right? There's a bunch of, if you type in virtual assistants for real estate, you're going to get a 10 million VA companies, right? But for us, we keep staying simple since 2018, before 80% of the people who came after us. And what I mean by that is you'll have a VA already trained and vetted. They start salary $4 an hour. Now, if there's something special or extra you want them to do for you, then obviously the salary may increase. But it's a pre-negotiated rate. They work directly for you, no middleman fees. No of them answering to two masters. They only answer to just you. They're your employees. So at $4 an hour, 8 hours times 5 days a week, you're looking at $160. So literally for a full-time employee, you're spending $160 for them to be able to do what's necessary for your business. You can literally drive Uber Eats for one day out the week to afford that 160 if you, because I think some of my people I know that do Uber Eats, they make between 150 and like $300 a day, depending how long they work. Part time, $100 a week, $4 an hour times 5 hours a day times 5 days a week. That's $100 a week, guys. That's like literally not going out to eat once a week and then taking that $100 or not eating out for 2 nights and taking that $100 and paying your VA. Imagine if you can take the $100, pay your VA every week. They help people get 2, 3, 4 solid leads, and twice a month you get a contract and you close one deal, make it 10 grand. That $400 investment that you spent on that VA is a crazy and amazing return. But if you're interested in what we offer, can't speak for no other VA company, take your tail over to va.ceo929.com, book a call with us, and see what we can do to get you the VA you need. Let's talk about the fundamentals, right? You win by understanding the fundamentals. That's in sports, that's in life, that's in ministry, that's in anything. Understanding and mastering the fundamentals will help you be an excellent winner. So, the difference of traditional wholesaling and virtual wholesaling, right? Traditional wholesaling is you're going to someone's house, you're booking an appointment, you're bringing a contract, you're sitting at their table, drinking coffee, watching Wheel of Fortune, and hoping they sign to you. Virtual wholesaling is you have somebody book a call for you, or you call them within the time frame that the person who sent you the lead say. You do everything over the phone. You talk, you negotiate, you build rapport, you establish trust, you do all of that over the phone. And then you set it up so you can send out the contracts. That's the difference. So the real estate basics is your job is you're a marketer looking for people who may be interested in selling their house as is for cash. That's all you do. Most of the time, these people already been on the MLS. They already dealt with another wholesaler. They already dealt with a realtor. They may be going through foreclosure with their bank. So they may have enough equity where they can sell for a steep discount and still put some money in their pocket and be done with the situation and know that somebody's going to buy this house as is. I want you guys to get used to saying as is, because that as is put a lot of power in what you're offering, because you're not acknowledging and accepting anything outside of what's been received to you. Unlike when you sell on the MLS, there's so many disclosures and agreements and inspections and all of that stuff that the sellers have to go through. And most people are not in a financial position to make these repairs for their house. So start saying as is, and I guarantee you your conversion rates will jump higher. Now, legal requirements, you want to make sure that you're using a legally binding agreement. It could be a simple 2-page agreement. Very simple. It just outlines the purchase price, the seller's name, the address, what's included, any special stipulations, a closing date, the title company, and signatures of the parties that's involved in the transaction. When it comes to legal requirements, make sure you stay out the gray areas. Make sure you're not creating fraudulent fake documents. Make sure you're not signing for people. If you know that the homeowner didn't sign it, then you signed it and they said it's okay, don't worry. Don't do anything that's not ethical, so nothing will come back and bite you in the butt. Uh, so, like I said, the real estate wholesaling concepts, uh, literally, there's different ways to wholesale real estate. Some people focus on traditional, just regular real estate. Some people focus on land. Some people focus on mobile homes. Some people focus on ovations. Some people focus on subject tools, seller finance, owner finance. There's so many ways to skin a cat in real estate. So you need to figure out, and most people just start out traditional, just buying it, making a low ball offer on the house and hoping that they get a cash buyer. But you need to figure out what market you in, because you may be in a market where it's mobile home central, like Southern Georgia. You'll be better off flipping mobile homes and mobile home lots and individual mobile homes than trying to find a house and to flip. They actually value a house, I mean, a mobile home sitting on land more than they value a beat up house that was built 100 years ago in certain parts of Georgia. In Florida, like Central Florida, Orlando, Texas, like Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, you may be better off focusing on infield land lots, houses, lots that used to have houses on it, in condensed cities, where you can get it for like 30, 40, sell it to an investor for 60, and they throw a $400,000 house on it. So that's why I say it's important for you guys to understand the research about where you want to set up shop, so you can really fine tune your strategy, right? And then finding motivated sellers. Once again, when you understand your strategy, then you can narrow down and say, there's no point in talking to single family homeowners. Let me just talk to people who own mobile homes, or lots, or all of these other different substitutes than regular single family homes. And now I can then add a layer to it. Is this vacant? Does it have a lane attached to it? Is there a court hearing? Is there something else that's going to push and drive this person and maybe motivate to want to sell their property? So that's the easiest way to find motivated sellers. And then negotiating deals. There's no way I can teach you how to negotiate deals when it's called. But what I will say is the deal has to benefit the seller just as equally as it benefits you. And it has to solve all their pain points. So if your offer is great, but it doesn't solve the fact that this seller has no money for a U-Haul, no good credit to move to an apartment, and have no supporting family to help them move, then your offer may have to include that type of stuff. Hey, we going to provide you with a two-man crew for 8 hours. We're willing to pay up to 8 hours. We're going to provide you with 20 boxes and a U-Haul truck that's for the whole day. And we are willing to move you anywhere in a 40-mile radius. You see how you put that in there and you make that an offer? Now that's a make sense thing. Okay, they solved all my issues. I'm still walking away with big money. Okay, I'm ready to sign the contract. So a lot of people struggle with not getting deals signed consistently or on time, or get signed period, because they don't understand how to negotiate and make deals that make sense. Then lastly, the after repair value. Um, Figuring out what stuff is worth. The only way to know what stuff is worth is to see what stuff is trading at in today's market. And that's where posturing comes in there. We're not going to get into that. There's plenty of videos on ARV out there, but you definitely can do your due diligence and type of ARV using posturing. Okay, lead generation. Lead generation. What you need to know as a virtual wholesaler is, like I said earlier, you want to make sure that you're doing plenty of market researching. You want to make sure that you got the best calling scripts. All cold calling scripts are not created equal. When you work with us, we'll get you some of the best scripts that you can get your hands on. Workflows, call flows, like what does a list look like? Excuse me. What does the list look like, right? How many times a month you gonna follow up? How many VAs can rotate that list? How many numbers, different phone numbers gonna call that list? What team is responsible for that? SMS marketing is very complex now after September 1st. It's very regulated basically. You gotta register your phone numbers with the phone carriers. And you gotta identify yourself. So no more spamming people. So this goes into being able to do more intent marketing as a company. We're helping a lot of our clients, new and experienced clients, set up these campaigns. So running ads, so Google ads, Facebook ads, working with us called Go Lead Max to do it for you, build out your landing page, help you out with your SEO, all that stuff. So now you can get leads on autopilot. You know what I mean? So that's really important. That's really important. You get once you crack the code how to get leads 24 hours, 7 days a week, you're a bad mother lover. You're a bad mother lover. Okay? So, the point of today's training is that you need to have structure. You need to have an understanding of how to get to point A to point Z. You're not just going to bake a cake with no recipe, without the measurements and the exact yields and the baking time and the baking instructions. So why in the world would you take on a task at this magnitude and trying to do virtual wholesaling? So if you need somebody to work with you, to show you, to help you, we have all of this already laid out for you. We work with hundreds of people over the years already. We have success stories that we don't. The reason why we don't put them out as much is because we don't want it to go through our clients' head that's already doing it. We want them to continue to push. But we have so many success stories, so many people we work with that we built this framework for you to be successful. You don't need another Zoom call. You don't need another 3-day workshop. You need to have a business with fundamentals and strategy. That's exactly what you need to have. And unfortunately, most people are not teaching that, right? Some people are in the hope business, some people are in the rah 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 business, and some people are in the boring cookie cutter fundamentals business. And that's the business that we are in at the Antoine Capital Enterprise. We're teaching you fundamentals that's boring, but it's very effective. And when you get that, if you ever see that movie Karate Kid, when he kept doing wax on, wax off, he's like, why I got to keep doing this? And at the end, when he tried to fight him, he was on point. Exactly what we do over at the Antoine Capital Enterprise. So once you grasp that concept, you're going to the moon. So I want you guys to book a strategy call. If you're feeling that you're ready to take your business and move to the next stage or next level, maybe you've been doing deals by yourself and you just burned out from cold calling. Maybe you haven't got started yet and you follow everybody name up on Instagram and IG and you just want somebody to really help hold your hand. Then it's time to make a move and a decision, especially going to the holidays. This is to be the perfect time to set everything up and come into 2024 like a bet out of heck. Heck, I'm working on that cussing, so like a bet out of heck. Um, but other than that, I want you to take this training and use it. I want you to take this information and try to get to the next level. Uh, like I said, go to co929.com. Book your free call, and we'll get on the phones with you. Remember, respect our time. Provide us with legitimate, updated information so we can reach out to you. If you're just trying to sneak in, let me see what they're trying to sell or do for me, it's not going to work. Just book the call, get on the call with us. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if your stuff is not verifiable, my sales team won't take the call. Because we believe in them so much that we don't want to waste their time with people that's not even serious. But if you're serious, go to co929.com and we'll take good care of you. So let's talk about um, disposition management. I think that's where a lot of people get stuck at, where they don't understand that. Yeah, you got a deal on the contract, and they go right on Facebook. Hey, I'm looking for a buyer, and if their buyer's not there, but what you should have been doing simultaneously as you're getting deals on a contract is working, cultivating relationships with buyers in today's market. Now, people that was buying last year, like 6 months ago, you want to be talking to people that's buying today, right now. They currently have a deal for sale, that's currently working on a flip, all of that type of stuff. So it's easy to do that. Just look at who's currently have flips on the market. Call the relatives. Hey, I see your client got a flip on the market. Let me ask you something. Do you want another commission from him? Okay, great. I got a deal for him that I think that you might love, and I'm pretty sure he'll give you the commission since you're bringing it to him on a silver platter. If it's okay if I send you the information. You don't think a relative who's a shop or a person that's working, first of all, most relatives that's working with wholesalers are already pre-vetted as far as work ethics and everything because most legitimate experienced wholesalers just isn't going to take anything. They want to work with the best. So if you call that relative, you let them work for that 3%, and you say, hey, listen, do this, do this, do this, boom, boom. They know what time it is. What's your number? I'm asking 284. That includes my fee. This is disclosing to you that I have an equitable interest in a contract, and I'm assigning this agreement over to them. Is that going to be an issue for you? If it's going to be an issue for you, just let me know. I can move on to my next call. You see how we setting expectations up front with people. So that's one thing. Like I said, when you're building a buyers list, make sure you're building relationships too. So, and I'm giving too much sauce away today, but I got to. So when you close a deal with somebody or you do good business with somebody, send them something in the mail showing you appreciate them. We use a website called sendoutcards.com, sendoutcards.com. CARDS, sendoutcards.com. And we send everybody a brownie and a thank you. Thank you for working with us, doing business with us. We appreciate you. You're always going to be at the front of their mind. Pricing strategy, you know, I see a lot of people overcomp their houses or their deals, and they thinking they about to make a $200,000 assignment fee. Be fair, be realistic. If you're gonna hit a slam dunk that hard, either double close or batch yourself. If you're making a little 30, 40,000, yeah, just do your assignment. But if you're gonna make 200,000 something, just batch yourself. Because you want to have that hood on your in your Rolodex showing that I'm buying houses too, not just wholesaling as well. You know. Also, marketing a deal. If you have relationships with everybody and you're working with people and they know you by first name basis, it'd be nothing to text people, your first 10 people. You should be able to get a deal sold within your first call, your 10 calls. Hey, man, I got this deal that I know you're down to buy. You care if I send you over quick information to see if there's something even worth continuing talking about. You got to show people that I'm not willing to waste your time. So let me just send you just enough for you to say, yes, there's something worth continuing to talk about versus me giving a 45-minute call and it goes nowhere. When you show people you love them so much that you respect their time, they're going to honor and cherish you every time you call them. Communications and negotiation, guys. You got to be an effective communicator. Once you get a deal on a contract, you're not done yet. Making sure that you're reaching out to the seller, having a consistent relationship twice a week. You're reaching out to your cash buyers, having a good conversation with them, and most importantly, you're reaching out to the title company and the person that's in charge of your file at that title company, and just checking in, making sure nothing can drop through the cracks. You want your assignment fee to be your assignment contract to be bulletproof. We have that for you. Just book a call with us and we should tell you how to get that. But you want to make sure that it's bulletproof and that the due diligence is solid. That if you get a deal that's virtually, get some pictures taken. Make sure you get like 40 to 50 pictures taken. You highlight the bad stuff first. Don't try to hide the bad stuff and say, hey, listen, this thing missing the entire roof. But listen, we know you can get it done because the price that we provided to you for helps you make sense that the roof is missing. And then, like I said, legal compliance, just making sure you're not operating in the gray areas, and making sure that you have not just one exit strategy. So don't just be a wholesaler. So if you get a deal on a contract and then you counting on a person to buy it based on what you think, and there's no other strategies, then theoretically, the board of relatives, everybody come after you legally because you did hold up your obligations of a contract, and maybe this person, um, got in a financial hardship because maybe they lost their house, maybe, they couldn't transfer to their new job and they missed the opportunity because of you. So they can sue you. They can take you to court and sue you. So just be careful in what you're doing. I guarantee you, you'll be good to go. So, transaction coordinator, and we about to have a whole training on this. Literally, it's going to be amazing. But just to give you some what we're going to be teaching, the workflow. You need to have a workflow. Once you get a deal in escrow, what does that look like all the way into the time? So the checklist. There's some documents that no matter what, every seller needs to provide to the title company, such as a copy of their ID, such as a signed contract, maybe the original deed, if it's from a long time ago. So you want to make sure that you have these documents. You want to look at your average timeline based on a deal. That's something we're going to put together. What does the average timeline look based on a land deal, based on uh, um, a pre-foreclosure deal, based on uh, 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 a bunch of different other types of deals. I don't know why I got a brain fart. But when you have these timelines, then you can set the expectations that, man, this is a short sale, and we might not get paid to 6, 7 months from now. So instead of stop working on all your transactions to focus on that, you need to continue to pile up as much short sales as you can because you know that it's a 6 months timeline for you to get paid. So let's say, for example, you want to focus on short sales now, and you get 2 to 3 short sales under contract a month, and you working with a negotiator to get that short sale pushed through. If that compounds in 2, 3 months, by month 8, you're probably closing 2 to 4 short sales a month because it's compounded. So once you understand that, you're gonna be good to go. Document management, put all your hoods in one place, put all your pictures in one place, having a file cabinet. Actually, prospect vault, you can keep all that stuff in there. Inspections and due diligence. So one of the things that we like to tell our sellers is, hey, we're doing an inspection. It's nothing more than taking pictures. So taking pictures, doing due diligence. They even got a where you can pay for drone footage. Imagine you can get the drone and walk through the house, get the footage. Now you can create what we call a virtual walkthrough. So now you can create this buy it now bid, this buy it now price. That's a really amazing for you because a lot of deals, such as land deals, you can sell them sight unseen because if you got the drone footage and you showing the different things, and maybe you pay the extra $300 for like a survey to mark the land off and all that, you cooking with grease. You know what I mean? So a lot of wholesalers they don't want to do the extra work, and that's why they where they at because they're not trying to do the extra work. Um, like I said, title and escrow, making sure that the title and escrow is solid. And the earnest money, we're going to give you guys a template when you work with us, showing you based on the different types of deals the earnest money calculator. Like if it's a deal working with a realtor, then you can't get away with the $50 thing. That's just not going to work. They may be looking for $3,000 from you. But if it's a deal where you're trying to show that you have skin in the game, and it's a great house, a great area. It's a slam dunk deal. You may out the gate offer to put down 1,500 as MD because you don't want nobody to look at the file and say, "Oh, they're not serious." This one of the wholesalers, if they don't close, they're going to run away because they don't have no skin in the game. So I put skin in the game plenty of times. I walked away from a deal I lost $1,000. It's still sitting in escrow. They say I can get it back. I just got to sign a release, but I'm like, I don't want to feel like dealing with that. So I lost plenty of money on different deals, walking away and not you're like, and it's not a bad practice. It's just you picking your battles. You know, do you want to do this and want to do that? So you just picking your battles with things. Making sure your contingencies are clear and precise, uh, and then backup plans. What happens if you can't get this deal closed? That's very important. So here's some paperwork that you're definitely going to need if you want to be successful. And most of the stuff you shouldn't just be, hey, you got a copy of that? Because that's probably from like 2014. You want the most updated paperwork for your stuff. Purchase and sale agreement, I personally recommend keeping it less than 2 to 3 pages. You don't want your purchase and sale agreement to be more than 2 to 3 pages because then you spook people. And let me look this over with my lawyer. Let me go talk to my mom. Let me talk to my dad. Like people don't want to just make a decisive decision on a 40-page track contract or board of relatives contract. Assignment agreement, make sure your assignment agreement is bulletproof, solid. Options agreement, certain states, there's options like North Carolina, Texas, they do that a lot down there. Title report, certain states, like if it's a land deal or if you buying the cash or whatever, or if they have title issues, like let's say, for example, you call the seller, man, 10 people try to buy and it all had title issues. There are certain title companies that'll run a free, not a free title report, but they'll run a title report for you and send it straight to you without having to go through a title company. Now you can see and look at a strategy to how to clean up some of these liens. It may be IRS liens and stuff like that. Earnest money agreement. You want to be specific about, attaching this, whether it's just a paragraph in your contract or it's a separate addendum attached to the contract. You want to be specific about that. What happens if you walk away? What happens if the buyer get cold feet? Uh, the type you want to instruct the title company what to do when that happens, so they can give you your money back without saying, "Hey, you got to take this to court to figure this out because we're not getting involved." Any contingencies you want to make addendums out of that. Repair now. This is a 50-50 thing. Like for me, because everybody's different what they're gonna do with houses and stuff and all of that. But let's say for example, um, it's a big hole in the roof, or it's something very it's something very like weird, or that could be a nail bite or a deal breaker. I would pay to get an estimate for that. Like maybe a big tree fell half into the house, and I would pay to just get an estimate for it. And I would get like two or three of them, and then put them side by side and say, "Hey, this is what I think the market is going to charge you um, for the repairs." Now, if you your own contractor, uh, take 10 to 15% off of that. If you're not your own contractor, maybe add a plus 10% on that price. Why would we say that or do that? Because we want to be in the best interest of our clients by showing them that, hey, it's still a good deal. We got the estimates. This is what they think it's going to cost to fix it. And listen, we went to two contractors and we went to one retail company. And they all, if all their numbers all over the place, then go back to the drawing board. But they all numbers similar, then you can stand with them in front of that cash buyer and say, hey, listen, I think this is close to the number. Proof of funds. Excuse me. Excuse me, I apologize. I just got a real terrible cold. Proof of funds. You're going to get that a lot when you're working with realtors or sophisticated investors or just older folks. So make sure you make relations with a few hard money lenders to say, hey, um, if you can just give me a proof of funds, a lot of deals I send out, and here's, oh my God, I'm giving y'all the sauce. A lot of deals I send out to you, I send out to my clients. If you want to pre-approve them at a certain interest rate, and if they actually go through and use you as a hard money lender, I'm looking for 1 point, maybe 2 points. A point. What is a point? That's interest or a payment that the borrower will pay at closing. So a point is $1,000 for every $100,000. So if it's a $300,000 deal, you ask for a point. Guess what? You made an extra 3,000 on top of whatever your assignment fee is. And another thing is, then you want to qualify title companies based on their underwriting criteria. Hey, why I got you on the phone, John? I know you do a lot of hard money loans in Georgia. Is there a cap on what your borrowers can pay for assignments? Are you comfortable with assignments? What's your thought on that? And then if they say, "Oh, we only can pay up to 10,000 assignments," then guess what? If you got a deal where you make more than 10,000, that may not be a hard money lender you want to send to that borrower, or you want to do business with that borrower based on that cap. So it's good to have all this stuff out the gate so that you won't run into these roadblocks when it comes to that. Business entity documents. I bought a lot of houses over the years, so they always pressing me out. So we got so many entities. Oh, I don't want to speak on it, but a lot of LLCs all over, up and down the country. And one of the things I will say, looking at the Antoine calendar now in 2023, keep your stuff organized as far as your documents in a place where you can just literally go right there and get it. Because the title company, they're going to need this stuff. Sometimes, in certain title companies, since you're just assigning a deal, they don't want your LLC docs. And in certain title companies, they do want your LLC docs. So just have the stuff. And then you just want to make sure that you have a power attorney document, a solid one. Like get it customized with your company letterhead on it. So anytime that you talk to a seller, a buyer, anybody that you need to go speak on the behalf of them or do something on behalf of them, you have it. So example, a lot of the older sellers or a lot of the sellers who we feel like they're just not really computer literate, we get power attorneys for, so that way we can go on to the title company's website and print out things for them and help them, and then be able to speak on behalf of them and talk to their lenders and all that type of stuff. And that goes a long way, guys. I'm here to tell you. So let's talk about establishing your virtual wholesaling business. So getting started, you're going to need a business plan. I know it sounds cliche, but you're going to need a plan. What does your business look like 24 months from now? Your market research. We talked about this earlier. Like, what does your business look like? We're going to be focusing on central Pennsylvania. We're going to be focusing on central Florida, central Georgia. We're going to be focusing on the Midwest. We're going to be focusing on close to the Canada border. What are we doing, right? Is there any special license and permits that you may need in your state? Listen, in the state of Pennsylvania and the state of Chicago, you need license and a permit to do this stuff. So making sure that you are in compliance Making sure you have a business bank account. Some title companies will not send that wire to a personal bank account. They're only going to send a wire to the name of the assignee, and then they have to have the matching bank account. I've been through that so many different times. So making sure that your name is on a bank account, your accountant, your bookkeeping. You know, maybe start off with QuickBooks, and then as you grow your business, you want to keep track of your money. You don't want to use your business as a personal ATM and just pull money out, don't know where you have with things. Because when it's time to write things off or get a loan or go get you're trying to buy real estate and trying to build your portfolio, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. Also, lead generation marketing plan. When you work with us, we'll help you with that. But if you decide to work on your own, listen, you need a lead generation marketing plan. And then you just want to make sure you got a good business name and branding. Like I said, when you work with us, we'll help you with that. If not, figure out your colors, the name of your business, does it align? Um, if you're only buying houses on the I-95 corridor, this is a good name. You can call it I-95 Home Buyers. We only buy houses on the I-95 corridor, stretching from Connecticut all the way down to good old Miami, Florida. So that's one of the things. Also, you want to make sure you get your Google My Business. Why? Because the first thing someone's going to ask you is the legitimacy of your business. How I know if your business is real? Well, just Google me. Google My Business. It's going to pop up with a listing, a phone number. And we get into detail how to set this up to make your stuff look real beautiful when you're running a big company, even though it's maybe just you or two VAs. So, like I said, when you work with us, we'll take care of that. Training and mentorship, you can work with us based on what you learned so far, or you can go find someone else. Either way, you need someone to mentor you, right? Imagine if you make it to the NFL and you're like, hey, I'm a running back. I don't need a running back coach. I know what I was doing from college. And then they're like, this isn't college, it's a different speed. It's the same thing in real estate. You may have experience from other industries or professionals, or you may work as the big time manager job, but when you step into this, it's a whole new arena. And then you just want to make sure that you're compliant and you have ethical practice. Stay out the gray area. Don't do stuff. Don't make fake photocopies of things. Don't forge people's signatures. If you need 10 signatures and 2 people dead, don't make fake death certificates. I'm not saying the stuff I've done. I'm just letting you know this stuff you shouldn't be doing. So if you can follow that stuff, you'll be good to go. So I want to invite you guys to get your free strategy call and start earning as a virtual wholesaler ASAP. All you got to do is head over to CEO929.com, or you can just click the link below somewhere in the chat, the comments, the video feed, whatever it may be as you're watching this, and just give them a call. Let's figure out your situation and figure out how to get your business off the ground. Some people may have the cash to get started. Some people may not. Some people may have the good credit, and we'll show you how to take your credit and get started with that. Some people may have the liquid cash. Whatever the situation is, get on a call to figure out what we can do to help you as a company, so you can get your business up and running successfully and efficiently. Well, I want to end it here. Thank you so much for watching the training. We really appreciate you. Hopefully, this information can get you to where you want to be. Book a call with us, and we'll continue to get you where you need to be, so that way you can be successful and take your business to the next level. It's your boy Antoine Campbell. Don't forget to follow me on all social medias at CEO929. Talk to you guys soon. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for